Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new, back with another NASCAR Thunder 2003 career mode episode. I used a little bit of money before I started this episode. I saw that we had an engine that finished repairing or being built. I think it was being repaired because it was this one right here, number 12. And then we also had a chassis that was just built. So I got another one getting built there. So I'm actually going to be using both those new parts today at Indianapolis. So hopefully it goes well. This is a really good chassis for us. I think it's pretty much the same as number 11 here. Not 100% sure. It might be the first one with our new downforce on the car and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how it could do. Yeah, both new chassis completed and the engine repaired right there. So we'll see what we can do. We did lose some money doing that because I had to try to get some things rolling again. But as long as we finish top 30, we'll qualify top 25, and we just have to beat out Bobby Hamilton. That's the main thing. But today we have Indianapolis and Watkins Glen. The road courses are always a little weird because either we get wrecked out or the AI wreck a whole bunch. We don't get a whole lot of green flag laps there, so hopefully we don't end up in a wreck and we could try and get a good finish there to get our money as well. Because if you don't get one of those three, one of the three objectives that we have for our sponsor, you're not going to get any money and you lose a lot. So I need to really focus up in the race, do as well as we can here at Indianapolis and the Glen, try to get paid out because I can't be losing like over 100,000 per race. That would be really bad for us. So let's get on to Indianapolis and see how we can do. All right, let's get into qualifying here. I ran about the same exact time as the pole sitter. I think it was Jimmy Spencer. So we'll see what we can do. It's all on the second lap mainly because we don't have much speed coming into this first lap. But I ran like a 100th faster. It was super close to the pole time. I was barely quicker than it. So hopefully we could hit that here again in qualifying. That'd be fantastic. It's all about the entry of the corners. If I can get the entry of the corners right on the bottom, we'll be good to go. That's the hardest thing to do, is just timing that up. Like that one I overshot a little bit. Still able to get some decent speed through it, but still overshot it. Need to try to get a good exit here for the start finish line speed. That was a really good exit off of turn 4. We'll have a lot of speed coming to the start finish line here. What are we gonna be at? 194 at the line? We're already first. Okay, never mind. That was the exact time I ran in practice, the 49. That's hilarious. And we did not have that much speed coming to the line to start either, so that's actually pretty crazy. So we already got pole. That's nice. All we can do is improve our time, which doesn't really matter at this point. I guess I had such a good 3 and 4 that really helped us. I was not expecting to get pole on that lap because I wasn't even looking at the time. I was looking at my speed because I didn't think it would matter on time at the moment. But I will take that. Now all we have to do is try and hold the bottom here in these corners, and hopefully nobody gets under us for the entry and stuff, because that would be unfortunate. See what this time brings us since we have more speed into it. I think I missed turn 1 a little bit, but everything else is still pretty good. It might be a little faster, but we'll see. No, it's gonna be barely faster, like a 1/10 and a half faster. That's pretty good. I'm happy we're on pole. That's awesome.
Welcome to MRN's live coverage from the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway for today's Brickyard 400. The Brickyard is a track with a lot of history, and it's seen plenty of great racing over the years, hasn't it, Barney?
Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What a deep history this place has. I still get chills walking into this place. Speaking of history, there'll be a lot of drivers fighting to get into victory lane for a chance to kiss the bricks after this one is all over today.
The 199 car has not had much of a year so far on these speedway tracks.
And a good finish would go a long way in boosting that team's morale. I guarantee it would make a whole lot easier to come to these racetracks.
Ken Schrader would like to break this run of bad luck he's been having at the speedways.
Well, his crew chief assured me this morning that they've got a fast car. Let's keep an eye on him and see how it goes.
Elliott Sadler really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
Yeah, those guys have been working so hard this year. It's a shame it doesn't really show in points. Just seems they can't keep that car out of trouble on race day. Maybe their luck will change today.
Well, I see Bobby Hamilton's not starting too far back. He's on the inside lane, like maybe around 15th, 17th or so. I'm not sure. What a jump for us. That's great. Good to see that we have some good acceleration speed here. Seems like once we get up to 4th gear, though, at a lot of these tracks is where they start to catch back up to us because we have like a really low 4th gear, so we could try to like maximize that. Okay, don't try to let them under you. Oh boy, I'm getting into Jimmy Spencer. That's not a good start there, but we're good. Car's still clean. Dale Jarrett wants to get under me at the most desperate way, trying to get him all the way down. He really wants to get under us, huh? And Dale Jarrett went all the way out and almost smacked the wall. We'll see if we can lead this first lap or not. It's going to be close.
The 41 car is still there.
Try and beat out Jimmy Spencer on the exit. Not going to be able to. Dang it. I was really hoping to be able to beat him out there off of turn 4. Might be able to get a run to try it again in turn 1. Maybe not quite. We just need to drive smart and not really mess up our line. That's the main thing. Because if I mess up my line, I'm going to get passed by a lot of people. I'm able to hold Jimmy Spencer up there 1 and 2 really well right there. We can do it again in 3 and 4. We might be able to get the lead back. I really just want to lead a lap so we can try and get 5 bonus points, really. Oh, I overshot it. Johnny Benson's getting by us, and so is Ryan Newman. Don't hit the wall. We're good. Main thing is I need to not push and go and hit the wall turn 4 here. Okay, we're good. Had a decent run there. I kind of want to try to push Kevin Harvick down a little bit. Get that run. Hey, at least we're not like falling super far back really fast like we normally do. This has actually been fun running up front so far. Kevin Harvick getting on our inside. I had to go wide. Shot it a little too hard into the corner. Dale Jarrett's back all of a sudden. But yeah, we're not like super slow. We actually have a decent little gap behind us a little bit. Behind like the 3 cars behind us. Try and back it off early, get down to the bottom, because when I go high, it doesn't work very well. Jimmy Spencer, or not Jimmy Spencer, Johnny Benson stuck on that outside right now. I'm worried about my tire wear, though, with this setup. I feel like it's, oh, that's going to slow them up a ton. I barely tapped him, and that really moved him back. Hey, we're top 5. Let's go. But I'm worried about the tire wear on this setup because I feel like the tire wear is going to be really, really bad, but we'll see. Hopefully it's not too bad. We made a ton of room with Johnny Benson behind us, which is fantastic. And we'll see if I can try to hit the bottom again, get their draft, maybe try to catch up to them. Probably gonna have to pit around like lap 9 or so, I would think. It depends on how far I fall off on lap times and stuff when I want to pit. But this new chassis and stuff is working very, very nicely. Oh, I went too fast into that. Oh, that's why. Right front tire is wearing down. Did not want to turn. I need to back it up a little bit more on entry there. Because it's not wanting to turn as well. We're only 4 laps in. I'm hoping the rear tires don't start wearing out too fast, though. That's what I'm really worried about, because then you'll get super, super loose all over the place. But we're in a nice little pocket here by ourselves. I'm going to see if I can try to lock in, try and catch them in front of me a little bit, and get used to these really worn-out tires and stuff, and hopefully we don't get caught from behind too quick. All right, Mark Martin caught us from behind now. We're almost going into lap 8 right now, so I'm going to pit on this lap, because my tires are getting a lot worse now. Front tires are really red and stuff. So that is what I was worried about, is those front tires getting like super worn out. It does not want to turn. I'm going to try and drop the wedge just the slightest bit. We're at like -1. I'm going to go to -1.5. See if that can help us out. Try and preserve the front tires a little bit for the last half of the race, but we definitely have slowed up quite a bit here in the last lap or 2 just because of the worn out tires. So I really just need to not overshoot pit lane, go too fast into it or anything, because that will really hurt us with like a 5-second penalty there on entry. But we do have a good gap behind us. Like, a lot of cars are real spread out and stuff. We're doing really well, so I'm very happy about that. Try to stay low here, and then get in the pit lane, 70 miles an hour. Pretty good. That was about as good as it could be right there. Drop that to -1.5. I think the tire wear is really bad because of the 15 PSI, but that keeps us really fast as well. We have a lot of grip on the short run, but it starts to fall off around lap like 4 or 5, so hopefully we have a decent pit stop here and they don't mess up, because we're doing really good. I think we can get a top 10 finish here, honestly. Not a fast stop at all. It was actually a very slow stop for what they were projecting and stuff, but I'm gonna try and get on track right away because it's faster for me than going on that pit lane exit, and I can kind of slow down anybody that comes up to me. I think the actual leader pitted and we have a new leader out front. I don't know who the leader was. It might have been Ricky Rudd or somebody like that. I don't remember exactly who the lead was. Now I see a red car out front. It could be Dale Jr. I don't think it was Jeff Gordon because I think that he was further back in the pack to start with. I don't know where Junior started, honestly, but I'm pretty sure Gordon was pretty far back there. I don't remember him passing us early on, so we're kind of out here by ourselves. We got to wait for the whole pit cycle to go through, and I had enough fuel to go to like the lap 12 or something, so some of these guys may go really far, but we have a lot of guys on pit road right here. We'll see where we end up coming out at, because I know a couple of leaders pitted right there, so they kind of take the first part of the pit lane exit, and then they come up in the middle of 1 and 2 up here, so we got to be careful about that if we're close to anybody on pit lane exit, but that is going to move us really far up. It looks like Ricky Rudd and Sterling Marlin, who I know passed us early on, are right up ahead of us, and we're running really well. We're kind of catching them at the moment, but they're going to have like a lap or two fresher tires than us and probably pull away, so I think we could still be in like a top 10 spot, honestly. Should be back in front of Mark Martin, I think, but if he stays out like a lap or two longer, he's going to have a lot fresher tires than me, and he's going to fly back up to me, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, but I think a top 10 is definitely in play. I think Mark Martin just came out of the pits and cycled up with those guys up there, so never mind about being ahead of Mark Martin, so that's a little unfortunate. We did have a really slow pit stop, so that could be part of it, and they could get into the pit lane a little bit more aggressive than I do usually. So I think still top 10 is pretty well in play. We're 19th, and there's still more guys on pit road right now, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Okay, everybody's pitted now. We're in 9th. I got Jeff Purvis all over us, so we did lose a couple spots there on the pit lane cycle, it seems like. So that's a little unfortunate. I'm just going to block him all the way down here, make him bounce back up. Oh, and he slowed way up because of that. Okay, that's good to know. Definitely doing that. If they look low again, I'm just going to push them all the way down. But, yeah, we're in 9th. Probably going to lose a spot or two to some of the guys that just came out of pit road, because I know Junior just came out, and he's probably going to fly back by us because he's right behind Jeff Purvis. So definitely going to be in 10th for sure, but maybe right around a top 10 is going to be where we're at, because we still got like 4 laps left here, and our tires are going to start wearing out here very soon, and hopefully we could try and hold some people off. Alright, we're coming around to start the final lap here. We fell back to 14th. Junior, Jeff Purvis got by us, and Rusty Wallace, Gordon, and Johnson all just got by me in like turn 3 and 4 there pretty much, because I keep overshooting like either turn 2 or turn 4, and then if they get under me going into 1 or 3, that's really rough as well, but I think we can hold 14th for this last lap. Tires are definitely getting real worn out. Just have to not smack a wall. We haven't hit the wall yet at all, knock on wood, but we've had a pretty solid run, keeping the car clean, so the entire way around the car, the chassis is going to be good to go for another race. I don't think I'm going to use it at Watkins Glen. I'm going to use our other one that we've been using, because I don't want to damage this one too bad, because it's brand new and stuff, and it has a lot better tire wear and everything on it, because sometimes Watkins Glen's a full mess for us, and we definitely ended up in the wall on fire there before, so need to not do that. But I think we could have a decent run there, but finishing 14th, we're going to get paid out for this race pretty well. We qualified first, finished top 30. We're definitely ahead of Bobby Hamilton. I'm pretty sure, I don't think he finished ahead of us, but great race for us. That was actually an awesome one. Yeah, we got a ton of money for that race, 700,000, because we got some prestige bonus too. That was really good for us. So good thing I did pay the money, did those engines and chassis and stuff, because that was really nice for us. But I don't know where Bobby Hamilton did finish. I know he started decent, but he fell really far back. Yeah, he started 13th. I thought he was like 15th to 17th, but I knew he was on the inside lane. But he finished back in 33rd, so very good for us. I'm super stoked about that. That's the one guy we have to worry about like every race right now, and then just finishing top 30. But 14th, pretty good. I think we didn't even lead a lap. Dang it, I thought we led like the second lap or something, but we didn't get those 5 bonus points. I was kind of disappointed in that. Ricky Rudd got the win up front. Junior was about 7th or so. I think Ricky Rudd led the most. Yeah, 11 laps. And Junior finished back in, what was this, 7th? Yeah, he started 21st. Wow, he started deep in the field. Did not lead a lap. Gordon finished 10th. He started 29th. They both started super deep in the field, and they're 1st and 2nd in the points. So let's go check the point standings and then get on to Watkins Glen. We have nearly $1 million after that race because of that prestige bonus and stuff. I don't know what the prestige bonus was. Maybe it was on our sponsor, like, because they have prestige 64 now, happiness 67. I don't really know. I don't know what the prestige bonus was. My team, they're still not happy at all. They have 0 happiness on both sides, even though we just finished 14th. We were on pole for the Indy 500 or Indy 400, Brickyard 500, whatever. Brickyard 400, that's what it is. It's a 400 mile race, but that will bring us on to Watkins Glen. We went from 23rd to back to 21st in points. We keep jumping right around this, but hey, if we could finish like almost top 20 in points this year, that would be fantastic. But up front, Junior's got a 139 point lead over Jeff Gordon. He gained like 12 points in that one. Jarrett, Stewart, and Marlin now takes the top 5 spot over Mark Martins. They're still pretty far back, but there's not too many races left in this season. Honestly, we got like 14, 15 races left in the season, and Junior's had a real solid season right now, so he is doing very well. We're gonna modify this car. I want to change the engine on it. This has a lot more efficiency. Might be able to go the entire race without pitting potentially. So because sometimes with all the cautions that happen, we might be able to go without pitting. And then for this, I don't even know if I want to do one of our good chassis at all, because it could be a race where we only have a lap or 2 each time. I honestly might just go with like this tire wear at 72, downforce at 68, just to see. It's a 79 condition. It's not a good chassis by any means, but if we damage it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But the engine would be more of a big deal. But I think we have more engines being built and stuff right now that are coming out soon. Oh, 5 and 6 races. That's actually a pretty long way away. So maybe I want to change my engine. I don't know. But I think the efficiency, we might be able to. I'm going to change it. I don't want to risk this engine if we blow up or something, because it's going to be real bad. We're just going with the 66 power, 61 efficiency. So don't want to destroy a good car here, because Watkins Glen's always a mess for me. So hopefully we can try to keep it clean and maybe just miss all the other wrecks that they have in the bus stop and stuff, and we can get lucky and get a good finish. All right, I got my quickest time ever here, which was like a 109.6 or 0.8, something like that. And pole time is a 110.3 by like Ashton Lewis, one of the fantasy drivers. Okay, don't do that. That's not good. That's a terrible start to this first lap. Hopefully second lap will go better, because we're not going to get pole on this lap, I can tell you that. That was not good at all. Hopefully we can just hit our lap clean. Try not to mess it up too much and hit the car something, like hit the car on any walls or anything. But we're going over 175 miles an hour down that long stretch, which is crazy, into a bus stop that you slow all the way down to like 100 or even just under 4. That's wild to me. I actually dropped down to 3rd for this, which was nice. Usually I drop down like the middle of the corner. So it actually felt a lot better to me. Getting the gearing on this thing right was like so weird, because I had to like mess with it a whole bunch and try like certain sections. Like this section, I hate that it stays in 4th gear, but I feel like it's honestly better because I won't get too much speed with the acceleration and push out or something. So we can have like a nice exit and everything and still have good speed for the start finish line. So we'll see if the second lap goes. We are in 26th. We need to get top 25 at least for qualifying. Dang it, I pushed too wide again. That's not a good start. At least it was a ton better than the first lap. But I know we can get pole is the crazy thing. I want to start out front. That would be so nice for us, but I don't know if we'll be able to with this lap. Hopefully we can somehow. If not, at least start towards the front. Try and get close to that wall. Get it turned early. I kind of cut the grass a little bit here, because I kind of have to. And we'll be fine. Stayed 4th, dropped to 3rd. I almost want to put it in manual transmission, but at the same time, I'm doing so much with like the gas and brake. I feel like I'm just going to mess up shifting anyways. So I really don't need to be doing all that. Try and take that a little easier. And then get a good setup for this final corner as well. Roll into it, don't slow down too much. That was a really good exit. That we might have pole still. It's gonna be super close. No, not even. We still got a 109. Let's go. That's gonna be on pole regardless. That's awesome.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Series made a right turn today on its way to Watkins Glen International for today's race, the Sirius satellite radio at the Glen. The Glen is a road course that can be quite a challenge to these drivers. Isn't that right, Barney?
Well, the Glen is quite fast for a road course. The problem is getting these big, heavy cars to handle well through the tight turns. A missed braking point can spell disaster for these drivers if they shoot through a corner too fast.
The 199 car won't be much of a factor in this one, judging by his road course record.
When the green flag drops for this one, everybody has a chance to win. Just hasn't been his day yet at a road course, but who knows? Maybe this will be it.
What a great starting position for Ashton Lewis.
You're right, Joe, and what a welcome relief this must be. This team has been working hard all year, but it seems they can never catch a break in qualifying. This time, they're starting up front.
With over 25 seasons under his belt, Ricky Rudd is NASCAR's most experienced full-time driver.
You know, that just goes to show you how much the money factor can come into play. Ricky's been the same old driver all this time. He had a hard couple of years getting things done when he was driving for his own underfinanced race team.
All right, let's get going here. I saw Junior was super far in the back, so was Bobby Hamilton, which is nice. And they were rude to me. They said on his previous road course records, like he's not gonna be a factor today. That was rude. I have greatly improved for this track because Sonoma has been my better one for sure. This track has not been that good to me. Getting out in the grass right away is not great. Through the S's, I do not want to be too wide. That would not be great for us. Try not to hit the wall. Oh, I'm hitting him instead. Whoops. My bad, Ashton Lewis. I thought you were going to stay a little wider there. But we're fine. We're still in fourth. A little bit of damage on the car. I don't think the damage on the car is going to affect us too much here, honestly. Oh, don't go too wide through the bus stop, Jimmy. But right there is where people will... Oh, they're going super wide back behind us. That's where they always wreck at. Oh, I hear a lot of carnage. That's not good. That's not a good sound. Jimmy's on our inside. I got to go wide. Don't go and hit that wall. I've hit that wall before, and it blew us up. I think that was the first time I was here. I blew up on that wall. But we're still doing okay for now, as long as I don't get hit around. That's the main thing. Trying to keep the car clean, not get spun out or something, because that's what always happens at these road courses. Is like, I'll qualify well. Well, at least at Sonoma, I've qualified well, and then I get wrecked or something, or I wreck myself. Like I almost did in not turn one, but the S is up there as I get shunted off the track. Like, this is why I can't drive easy. I can't drive nice and easy on a road course because I'll just get moved out of the way so quickly. We're so fast here, but going into a corner, they just send it into a corner so fast that I just get moved out the way. So the thing is, we just have to finish top 30 to get paid. That's my thing. I'm just trying to make money right now because obviously this season we're not going to win a championship, but we are... Oh, they're wrecking. That actually could be a caution. Yep, that's a caution. Oh, somebody's on fire. Oh, I'm getting spun. What the hell? That was rude. That was so rude. I got to get going here. I think we're going to pit just to get fuel. Oh, don't go too wide. Dang it. I want to get fuel and tires and stuff. God, I'm getting hit all around now. My right side is black on the car. I think it's gone or something. Holy crap, that's bad. That's not good at all. Like that caution happened and everyone was a chicken with their head cut off right there. I got spun immediately. Oh my goodness, come on. Come on, McMurray, don't do that to me. The thing is, if we stay out, we might be up and towards the front. I don't know if everybody else is gonna pit or not. They may or may not. I think we'll be good on fuel is the thing. I honestly think we're gonna be good on fuel. Yeah, he blew his engine doing that. That was unfortunate for, and then I'm getting spun into him. I don't know who spun me either is the bad thing. Because Jarrett completely overshot that, nailed the wall, inside wall, and then I'm getting spun into him. It might have been Tony Stewart, honestly. Oh, this is such a big decision. I don't know what to do. Fix the car. We're not going to lose too many spots. I'm going to go fix the car. We're not going to lose too many spots at all. If everybody else does pit, I made a wrong decision, I think. Because we could have another quick caution or something, but who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. I think everybody else might stay out, so my goal is to try to get the fresh tires and everything. Yeah, they're not pitting. My goal is to get the fresh tires, try to make passes. Alright, we're in last besides Dale Jarrett that blew his engine. And my goal is to try to make some spots back up. We fixed the car some, so hopefully it's not as crazy driving. And we got fresh tires at least. That's like the other main thing. So hopefully we can make moves that way. Gonna send it off into turn 1 because they brake very hard back here. Because they're all checking up for each other super hard. And Bobby Hamilton's not that far ahead of us, but we do need to finish top 30 is the thing. Oh, actually it's average finish at top 30. I think as long as I beat Bobby Hamilton, we will get paid because I think we would have still averaged top 30. So we're only right behind him now. I just got to catch up a lot, but they all might wreck up here again. So if they wreck right here on this lap, I'm going to have to like completely send it to get by Bobby Hamilton. Okay, they kept it clean. Maybe next lap, because that's the danger zone right there. That bus stop is the danger zone for them. But I do feel like we're a little faster, or a lot faster than Bobby Hamilton. So that's actually pretty good news. Because we qualify great. Our average qualifying spot is well over 25th. Our average finish is definitely over 30 right now, because we finished 14th last week. We finished outside the top 30 once, I think. But as long as we beat Bobby Hamilton, I think we'll get paid. As long as I don't do that. Dang it. I need to not do that. Because I think we can go and catch some more people too, honestly. Try not to overshoot it. Because if you make turn 1 like that, it's nice and smooth. I'm going to try and stay behind him for the S's as well here. So we don't do anything stupid. Be slow on the uphill part. Don't hit the wall. I'm getting loose. That I need to be in 4th gear for. I need to like force myself in the 4th gear by like hitting the gas more. Might be able to get him on the braking. No, because he's not right on anybody, but that's fine. Okay, never mind. We do. Gonna cut the grass a little bit so I don't take a crazy turn. Overtake him in the carousel, cut back down so he can't get back under us. All right, we're in front of Bobby Hamilton. That's the main goal. Oh, somebody blew their engine. Rip to Jimmy Spencer there. That's unfortunate. Coming up to 2 laps left up here. I saw some smoke. And now hopefully we can try to catch some of these guys now that I have a little bit of room in front of me and I'm not stressing about Bobby Hamilton. I need to get around him. But I would like to try to get up into a top 30 at least, so I know I'm going to get paid for sure.
White flag next time. Bye.
White flag next time. They're checking up hard up here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not wreck the car. Let's not wreck the car. Got to be careful on the lower gears and stuff. All right, up this hill. I need to like force myself in the 4th gear. Right there, because on this second part of the uphill in 3rd gear, it's very sketchy. 4th gear, I can still hit the gas once I get it turned. Because last lap, it did not work out too well for us. So that wasn't great. They're checking up super hard into the bus stop. Everybody's actually driving pretty clean through the bus stop now. Okay, as I say that, Ricky Craven's going to hit us out into the freaking wall. Thanks, bud.
It's still there. You're dropping back.
Try and get a good run out of the carousel here. Try to get by him before the last 2 turns. Coming into the white flag here. Might be able to outbrake him. Not quite, a little bit, but not quite a ton. Not able to get to his inside there. Maybe going down the front stretch we can. I think getting the fresh tires and stuff was definitely a good idea because we had a very damaged car and all that. So I think this was a good idea on pitting when we did. I think this is the most green flag laps I've ever had at Watkins Glen in a race. We only had 1 caution. Yeah, I think usually we have 2 or 3, and it just finishes the race super quick. Like that's usually this race for us. But hey, I'm happy with how we did. We qualified first. We kind of got screwed with the caution and stuff. Oh, they didn't get it. Oh, I did get up to 4th. I was still loose, dang. But we are really fast here, which is nice. But Watkins Glen's definitely been a lot worse to me than Sonoma. We're gonna send it on the inside of Terry Labonte. Oh, and this fantasy driver.
Take care of that car.
Gonna cut the grass a little bit so I hopefully don't lose it. Get it slowed up for this carousel. We're in 30th now. Hey, that's a positive. I wanted to try to get top 30. And here we are, as long as I don't hit that wall. But hey, we made it back to a top 30. Let's go. And now we can get paid out successfully 100%. Like, I know we're getting paid in this race. We're going to have over $1 million going into the next weeks and stuff, which is really nice. As long as I don't wreck on this final corner, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm not going to catch those guys in front of me anyways. We're going to finish 30th. Not the best, but hey, I'm getting my money's worth at least for our sponsor. And we were out front to start with. I don't think we even led a lap, but Mark Martin gets the win. I don't even know where Junior was. He started terrible. See, we get paid by our sponsor there. That is fantastic. I need to see where Junior finished. I know he started super deep in the field. He only finished 24th. Wow. So he's going to only get 91 points in this when Jeff Gordon was in 5th, I believe it was. I don't know if he led any laps either. No, he did not, but he gets 155. So that's actually a pretty significant gain for him. Mark Martin leads 4 out of 9. Jeff Burton led 5. That's kind of crazy. So good run by them. Mark Martin's going to gain a good amount of points. Stewart's in that top 5 conversation. So they're going to gain a lot of points on Junior this week. That puts us at $1.2 million. That is fantastic. We can gain money so quick if we get those sponsor objectives. We lose 150,000 or so if we don't in a week, which really sucks, but oh well, it is what it is if we don't. But we do gain a lot of money. We are 21st in points still, almost 2,000 points on the year, which I think is almost like what we've had previously in a year. But Gordon gained a ton that race. So did Stewart, but 75 points behind Junior. I think that's been his first bad race of the season, honestly. But we're going on to next week. We're going on to Michigan, and let me go to schedule, not standings again. Michigan and Bristol. Bristol's going to be a tough one, but that's 2 really good tracks for Junior. Then Darlington, Richmond. We're really good at Richmond. I cannot wait for that. So excited for that. Very happy. We still have 13 more races on this sponsor, so we can get a lot of money. Our pit crew's still not happy and everything, and I want to get my car ready for Michigan. Definitely want the best engine we can right now. Chassis wise, we got another chassis done now, which is great. I'm still gonna go with number 12. It has a little bit more tire grip and tire wear. Probably use this one for Bristol, I think, which will be really good. This has better downforce as well and drafting, which will be good for Michigan, so definitely want to do that. We're gonna have a really good car for Michigan. Hopefully we can go fast, try to qualify up front like we have been lately. Got engines being repaired and built in 4 or 5 more races. We did just get a chassis repaired, I think it was, so that is really good. Do I want to repair one of these now? Let me see, what is it going to get them to, because these 3 are still very good. These 2 could not be very good. 70, 74, 68, 73. I actually want to get rid of number 8. I think I'm going to sell that one. We'll repair this one. It's not like a terrible chassis, but it's not a great one by any means. It can get a couple uses out of it. Maybe at like the super speedways it'll be fine, but let me go back in the inventory. Sell number 8. Actually, I need to go to sell first and then that. Okay, sell. That'll get us 101,000. So I think that was more money than what I used to repair that other one anyway. So yeah, I got 1.25. I was at 1.21, so made $4,000 or $40,000 off that, something like that. I don't even know. So that's actually really nice. Made some money there. Very good. And hopefully we can go on to next week and be really good. So Michigan and Bristol's going to be a tough one. Bristol's always really tough for us. Michigan can be good, but these bigger tracks we've sucked at recently, in the past, I should say, in history. But Indy we did great at. We were actually very fast there. As long as we don't smack the wall, we're actually really good there, which was great. And Pocono, I think we did all right as well. We might have struggled a little bit there. But these bigger tracks have been really tough for me. And then some of the short tracks have been tough. I'm really excited for Richmond in 4 races because we're really good there. I think we won there last season. So I'm real excited to go back there and hopefully we can win again. So what is there? 14 races left on the year and we're doing fantastic. We're almost top 20 in points. This has been the best year we've had by far and we're making a ton of money. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.